there are places meant to be forgotten. Places where time stands still, where reality blurs. One of these places is an old train station, lost in time, where each year a mysterious train arrives. A train that takes its passengers on a journey from which they never return. This is the story of the night train to nowhere. It's late at night and the station is empty, save for the flickering lights casting long shadows across the deserted platform. The air is thick with fog, shrouding everything in a ghostly haze. To most, the station is nothing more than a forgotten relic, a place where no trains stop. But for those who know the legend, it's the entry point to a journey from which there is no return. Rumour has it that once a year, at the stroke of midnight, a train arrives, silent as a shadow, carrying passengers who never seem to leave. Locals call it the night train to nowhere. Some say it's cursed. Others think it's a portal to another realm, one where time and reality cease to exist. Meet Max, a night shift worker on his way home after missing the last bus. He finds himself wandering to the old station, hoping to find some way back. The fog thickens as he steps onto the deserted platform, the chill creeping into his bones. Suddenly, the sound of wheels screeching on tracks pierces the silence, and from the fog emerges an old steam train, dark and looming. Max hesitates, feeling a strange pull urging him to board. The train doors creak open, and he steps inside, the warm air enveloping him. But as he finds his seat, an uneasy feeling settles over him. The seats are worn, covered in dust, and dim lamps cast a dull yellow glow that barely penetrates the shadows. Max glances around, noticing the other passengers. Silent, hollow-eyed figures who seem lost in thought, oblivious to his presence. As the train jerks forward, Max stares out the window, hoping to recognize his surroundings. But all he sees is darkness, with the occasional blur of unrecognizable landscapes flashing by. Forests of twisted trees, fog-covered fields, mountains that seem to stretch endlessly into the sky. None of it is familiar. He tries to catch the eye of the other passengers, but their faces are blank, their eyes hollow, as though they've been on this journey for years. Each time he looks away, he feels them shift slightly, as if watching him from the corners of their eyes. Growing anxious, Max decides to find the conductor, hoping to get answers. But as he walks down the narrow, dimly lit aisles, the train seems to stretch on forever, each car identical, each filled with more shadowy figures. The air grows colder and the whispers begin, soft, distant, like echoes from another time, voices repeating words he can't understand. Max stops, heart pounding, as he realizes that the train isn't going anywhere. It's looping through the same strange landscapes, passing the same twisted trees, the same fog-covered hills. Panic sets in as he turns back, only to find that the passengers are no longer in their seats. The aisles are empty, the seats bare, as though they were never there. He rushes from car to car, hoping to find an exit, but each door leads only to another car, each emptier and darker than the last. And then he sees it, a shadow in the distance, a figure standing silently at the end of the car, watching him. Max's flashlight flickers as he takes a step forward, but the shadow fades, slipping into the darkness. Desperate, he bangs on the windows, but they're cold and solid, showing only the endless, unfamiliar night beyond. The whispers grow louder, filling his mind with words he can't decipher, words that seem to pull him deeper into the train's grip. Just as dawn begins to break, the train finally slows. Max stumbles to the nearest door, feeling a strange sense of relief. But as he steps out, he realizes he's back at the same platform, the mist swirling around him as though he never left. The train sits silently behind him, its doors open, as if inviting him back. He looks around, but the platform is empty, the station silent. The only sound is the distant, fading whistle of the train as it disappears into the fog. Max stands there, his mind reeling, knowing he's been given a chance to escape, but part of him wonders if he'll ever truly be free. Would you board the night train to nowhere? Or would you turn back, leaving its haunted journey to those brave or foolish enough to stay.